So, Ozzy Osbourne died. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my little black book. The daily vlog show where I sit here and yap into a camera and you listen for some reason. I am here yet again, parked in my job because my girlfriend said I'm not allowed to record while driving anymore, unfortunately. And therefore, we continue. I want to talk about Jubilee. Mehdi Hassan recently went on Jubilee and was lied to. He was told that he was going to have be him versus 20 ultra conservatives, and it was going to be debate. It wasn't. They just got a bunch of fascists and Nazis with YouTube channels. Now, granted, I don't necessarily make a distinction between ultra conservative or just honestly a lot of conservative, far right conservatives at this point, and fascists at this point. So, Mehdi Hassan wants to make a distinction that he is well within his right to. It is I don't agree. I think they're the same, but if he thinks that they are different, so be it. Either way, he was misguided, and he ended up having to deal with just the absolute dregs of humanity. This is the absolute worst human beings on the planet. But thankfully, if you look on Twitter and stuff, people are dogging them, these 20 dudes, because they're just gross and their arguments are bad. But the main thing you have to remember with Jubilee videos, like the 1v20s and stuff like that, is that they aren't platforms for debate. Jubilee is just in the business of getting views, and the best way to do that in the current media environment, simply because of the bias, the amount of money that private capital pumps into conservative media, is platforming conservative ideas. And it's really just that simple. Jubilee did a one doctor versus 20 anti-vaxxers, and I don't know. They fundamentally, the people that were bitching were just mad at, the medical establishment and the medical system. A lot of them were ostensibly anti-vax, but it wasn't because of, personal reasons. It was because of conspiracy-laden bullshit and, paranoia. Nothing that was actually substantive in reality. Sorry, the sun has hurt my eyes. I have blue eyes, because of which because of the lack of melanin, the sun hurts them a lot more. That being said, I think the era of debate is kind of over to a degree. Generally, I think, we live in a world now where you have 30% of the population in a cult of personality, fully on board with everything dear leader says, and then you have, another, 40% of the another 40 to 50% of the population that is, fed up with the current system and angry and is desperate for something different that nobody offers. And then you have your last 20% of people who are still pretending it's 1995 and Bill Clinton, is campaigning for a second term and looking like he's going to blow it out. So it really is fundamentally, at the end of the day, just debate doesn't matter anymore. Debating ideas, the whole purpose of debate is to do it performatively, to debase and make your opponent's ideas look worse to an audience, so that audience then is dissuaded and looks to reanalyze like their concept of believing those things. Nowadays, everybody's convictions are fairly strong. Like, the only way we're going to be able to deal with the fascists at this point is rock overhead. Like the only thing we're going to be able to do is to have a period of, you know, everything that right-wingers say communism is, before we get to, like, any kind of, like, society where we're, like, in a better place. So, I don't know. I gotta go to work. Have a good one, y'all.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at HIMediaTV/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at HIMedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.